Well, there really have been an incredible number of cartoonists and illustrators, besides fine artists, that are from Westport.
That's true. Well, the first artist came to Westport in 1900, and I think George Wright was one of our very early artists, and we are very proud of our arts heritage. And our new project, Years in the Making, is actually is going to be part of the Westport School's permanent art collection.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Anne can tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, the project rightly belongs with Westpac because they are preserving the legacy of many artists, and they are now going to preserve by DVD and a documentary we're making the many artists who are still working and living and showing their art locally, nationally, and all of whom are over 70, and all of whom live in Westport and Weston. And we're working on this project in two ways. We're doing 2 interviews for each artist. One is an interview in a black box, like we're in now, where they talk about their lives and their philosophy and how they came to be artists. And the second interview is in their studio, where we film them actually working and making a piece of art. And it's going to be in a DVD box, both interviews. We're going to have 50 DVDs with the label so that you can pick them up off a bookshelf and know who the artists are. And then from those 50 interviews, we are going to cull the information and make a documentary called Years in the Making, A Journey into Late Life Creativity. So we are very excited with this project. We have a website now, which I'd like to share with the audience. It's www.yearsinthemaking.org. And this project came about some years ago. A very wonderful artist named Eric von Schmidt, the son of Harold von Schmidt, also part of the legacy of Westport. Eric was very ill and he died. And that week, I just woke up one day and I said, that's it. We're going to have all the other artists who are remaining, who are over the age of 70, we're going to capture them on film, working, talking about their lives. And we're going to share this with the students in town so that they will know what their heritage is. Because, as you know, Westport has been a haven for art since 1900, as Molly said. And we didn't have this idea. We should have had it when Steve Dohanos was alive. And
that's very true.
We never got this on film, and there's been so many famous artists who have passed on.
Right.
So now we're trying to rectify the problem.
And the Westpac is the perfect umbrella for this new project, because it's really going to extend what we already have. We have the paintings. We have wonderful. We've collected the biographies of as many of our artists as we can, but there is nothing that really will be moving and where they can actually hear the artists talk about how they became artists.
There's just nothing. I'm sorry.
And you know, and I think when you're young and you think, oh, you know, I'd like to be an artist, but how do you do that? Well, you know, this is a way to teach the children that yes, you can be, you can do it. These people did it.
Right.
And
well, there's nothing for an artist like being able to hear another artist talk about their process and how they work. And I remember that some of the artists that I've heard speak have just made me feel like an artist. I'd say to myself, I feel just like that. It's like, I'm an artist. I really am an artist. And there's something very important about that sort of legacy and handing down to people.
Well, the information that we have received from these artists in these interviews the information is just mind-boggling and emotionally wonderful, both in technical aspects of seeing the artists actually work, which is very good for the kids to be able to see. Actually, anybody interested in art.
Right.
And even their one-on-one interviews in the so-called black box, they somehow let go and really tell the camera how they became artists, what it meant, why they became artists. It's quite moving, and several people have cried who are watching this go on. Somehow their stories come out and they just sort of fall into a reverie of telling us what their lives were like, and it's going to be very exciting to put these all together.